a dinosaur. Hi Sam, so as you know, I just got back from a crazy road trip over 3,500 miles driven total through 8 different states. And I decided that today I would share with you 5 tips to make any road trip a success. Tip number 1, snacks. You always need good snacks and water. Water is a main component of a good road trip because you don't want to be all gross and dehydrated, right? But snacks are always good. You always want a good variety of like candy and chips and occasionally some produce if there's produce stands on the way wherever you're going. Always make sure you have good snacks. Number 2, good music. As you know, being the, owner of Renowned Sound, go check out Renowned Sounds. I'll put a link in the description. Yes. Music is a very good thing to have always, and everyone loves music, or should love music at least. And good music is always great. I like to go to the libraries and get various CDs that I've just maybe never heard of, or just classic CDs. Like I grabbed Fleetwood Mac's Rumor on CD before our road trip, just because you could always use some Fleetwood Mac on a road trip. And music just sets the mood of the road trip. It also entertains you. Tip number 3, if you're going on a solo road trip, I definitely recommend getting audiobooks. I love books in general, and audiobooks are a really great thing if you like them. I really enjoy audiobooks for solo road trips because that way you have someone to listen to the book and they have like you can think about something besides just driving, and it keeps you awake longer, at least for me. If you want to listen to some good audiobooks, here's 3 recommendations. Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. She does the own audio part of it, and it's hilarious because Tina Fey. Uh, Exploring Diabetes with Owls by I forget who. It's a big collection of essays about his life, and it's hilarious. And then I also really enjoyed John Green's book on audiobooks. I listened to Paper Towns on audiobook, and that has a road trip in the story, and it was really great because I was driving through the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, and it would just like kept me pumped driving on my road trip while the characters are driving on their road trip. So I recommend that. Tip number 4, have a set plan, but don't be afraid to have little spontaneous little side adventures. We are driving from Florence, Oregon up to Newport, Oregon, and we stopped by this place called Devil's Churn, and it's just this big like cove swirly water place, but it was beautiful, and we got some really great pictures of the ocean, and we just kind of sat there and just enjoyed the Oregon coast. So don't be afraid to take spontaneous adventures, but still have a plan so that way you can tell people, I'll be here on this day, and if I'm not here on this day, send the police, that sort of thing. And finally, tip number 5, don't be afraid to be goofy. If you're on a road trip, you're most likely in a place you don't know people, and so if they do judge you, they're not gonna be able to see you ever again, most likely. And also, who cares if they judge you? Anyways, I live a goofy life in general, but I definitely am one to be goofy on road trips. Uh, my friend Leah and I, when we were in Newport at this tourist store, we got these little. I have a clip of us playing with them. I'll put it in here.
Knock knock. Who's there? You who? You who, Big Sopa?
So yeah, that was Stella the shark and Stanley the dolphin, and they kind of went along the road trip, and it was just a good old time with those goofy things. Those are my 5 simple tips to make any road trip a blast, and I hope you all have great road trips, and Sam, I will see you soon.